Now our pod is already running. Now we want to assess that pod in interactive mode. So again we will note down the details. kubectl get pods wide. It is showing the name of the pod, and it is one out of one container is running, and this is the IP address, and this is the node on which our pod is running. So what is the command for assessing the pod in interactive mode? We have to run the command kubectl execute -it mean interactive mode, enter into web server pod and run this sh command. So the moment we are going to run this command, it will take us to this prompt. That means now we are into our pod. We have entered into our pod, and if we are going to run this command if config, it is going to show you that address 10.244.1.2. that means the address that it was showing, basically it is allocated to our pod. So we can view the address in this way, or we can view the address by interactive logging into the container on this pod, and then by running the if config. So it is showing, and it is showing the ATH0 is the interface NL. That means we are going into great details so that your fundamentals are clear, how this works, how we can assess the pods. So we will be each and every object we will be going into great details, so to make your fundamentals clear. Once the fundamentals are clear, you can go into great lengths. That means deeply you can understand all the things, and you can handle this Kubernetes in very good manner. Now we want to leave this interactive mode, so we can type exit or we can type control D. Now what will happen? We will exit. So, and in our case, please remember it was running only one container. Suppose there are two containers and we want to enter. Basically what happens when we run these commands, it takes us to the container. That means it takes us to the containers interactive mode. Suppose there are two containers and we want to interactively communicate with one of these containers. So what command you can run? kubectl execute -it name of the container with -c, you can specify the name of the container. In our case, please remember when we were creating the file, let me again show. In our case, we name the container name as a web. That is why when we are running this command, what we are specifying? We are specifying that please kubectl execute, go into interactive mode, and please assess which container? Our web server. If only one container is there, no need to specify the name of the container. By default, it will take you to that container. So again, we will exit. So this was how to assess a running pod in interactive mode. Now we can represent this diagrammatically also. That means check pod communication. If we are going to, that means Windows 10 system, what will happen? Again, let me show you one thing diagrammatically, because understanding networking is also one. So in our case, structure is like this. This is my laptop, in which Windows 10 is running. Internet is running there. In this, through virtualization, my CentOS VMs are running. That means in our case, we implemented the cluster by using the VMs. So that means in this for these VM, this is the host operating system. So when I'm going to run the commands from this, and when I will try to assess that pod, we will see whether that is running or not. Then what I will do, from this I will try to assess this by using this address 192.168.142.131 or 138 or 132, because from Kubernetes you can assess any of these IP addresses. It will take you to the pod. So we want to see whether if from this system, if I am going to type this or this or this address, whether we will be able to access port or not, or if from this, if I'm going to directly access that port, whether I'm going to will be able to access that or not. So let us see it diagrammatically, because understanding networking is also very critical. So what is the message when we are running this in outside? It is saying unable to connect. And if I am typing any of those three addresses, whether 132 or 131 or 138, what it is saying? Unable to connect. So we have seen that node to port communication. That means from outside we are not able to access the web server port, and from by using either this address or this address. But please remember, when we were using this command, this curl, where we were running this command, this we were running on master node. That means the VM itself. And when we were running elinks, again the VM itself. So this it denotes that when from host to port, that means from Kubernetes MVM or Kubernetes W1 VM, or that when we try to access, that communication is possible. So let us summarize this. We have seen node to port communication, but if we try to access the port from outside, it is giving unable to connect message. That means this denotes one the particular thing about the port. That means from the hosts, that means the hosts that are involved or VMs that are involved in the Kubernetes cluster, from that we can access the ports. But from outside world we cannot access the port. For that we need to create one other object that we will be seeing later on. So let us create other port, but that we will be creating in other videos. So that was the understanding of the first port that we created. So let us diagrammatically represent. This was the address given. We created the port from the this Nginx Alpine image, and web was the name of the container, and the port's name was web server, and the port it exposed was 80. So from outside, from the we were not able to access, but from the VM itself we were able to access. So it shows that node to port communication is possible, but from the outside it is not possible. Now we are going to launch another port. Then we will see whether from one port to other port the communication is possible or not.